Hello, Coon Rapids ninth graders. My name is Mr. Cox, and I am one of your top 6 school counselors here at Coon Rapids High School. We wanted to make this video because we know that a lot of students are struggling for a lot of different reasons right now. There's a lot going on in the world, and we wanted to make this in the hopes that it helps you both connect to some people in the building that might be able to offer you different resources, and also just give you some tips and tools on maybe how you can be a little bit more successful as we enter into distance learning next week. So the goal here is your freshman year, not just to survive, but how really to thrive. So let's really jump in there. So first off, here are our 6 school counselors. You can see our names and what part of the alphabet we work on below our names, and that's based off of your last name. We support students by guiding them through to graduation. I know it's crazy to think about how to, as a ninth grader, thinking about graduation. That seems so far away. But we know that will come up really, really quickly. And so we want to support you as your goal to graduate by connecting you to supportive resources in our building and supporting you when you're in crisis. There's a lot of life that can happen in 4 years. There's a lot of things that can get in the way of you being successful. And whatever is getting in the way, whether it's here at school, whether it's at home, whether it's with friends, no matter what, we are on your side and we want to help you be successful in these 4 years. So you should come see if if anything's getting in the way of you being successful at school, we want to help you figure that out and get you back on the path for graduation. Now, there are a lot of people in the building who can help you um, uh, um, reach that goal of graduation. Another person is Miss Coughlin, our school nurse. Her office is located across the hall from the main office, and she supports students by helping them stay healthy and stay in school. Students should come see her if they're ill, have medical issues, or have a doctor's note from the school. Another wonderful person who helps students be successful in school is our Miss Patton, our school social worker. Her office is located in the counseling offices, and she supports students by helping families overcome barriers by teaching self-advocacy skills and connecting students to available resources. Students should see her if they been kicked out of home, need food, clothing, or school supplies. And I should say that I know that a lot of will be watching this while we are in distance learning. So if you pull up your school email and type any of our names into an email box, that will bring up our school email address and you can communicate with us that way. But I do want to point out where people's offices are in the building for when we come back from distance learning so people know where to find everyone. A couple other people that are really invested in helping you be successful is Miss Andrea and Miss Snow. They are both our student achievement advisors. Their offices are located on the main floor near the science classrooms. And they both support students kind of by being authentic and focusing on strong educator and student relationships. They meet with students regarding academic or personal concerns, conflict resolutions, and they facilitate groups like Women's Group, Black Student Union, and a general leadership group. Students should see them if they want to talk about everything and anything, or if they have a problem and they don't know how to fix it. Ms. Andrea and Ms. Snow are great, great people in our building. We're really fortunate to have them, and they are here to help support you as well. And finally, Ms. Michulis, although some of you might know her by Chewy, which is what she likes to go by in her building, she's our college and career specialist. Her office is located on the 2nd floor, and she helps students with their post-secondary planning. I know that, again, it might feel like planning for post-high school seems like a crazy idea, but trust me, as you move through high school, that idea will become more and more important, and Chewy is the person to talk to about it. She is here if you want to talk about your future plans in colleges, careers, or military. She helps students kind of map out and find a path after high school. Now, I should also say that if you, through this presentation, if later on, if you can't find this presentation or you can only remember Chewy, you can contact anybody on this that we've met, and they can help direct you to the correct person. So even if you're like, well, I need some school supplies, but I remember Chewy, but I can't remember who can help me with school supplies, Chewy could help you connect with Ms. Patton, our school social worker, and help you figure out who can best help you in those situations. So contacting any of us will help you, will help direct you where you need to go. I really want to take a moment and talk about Cardinal Nation. Being a part of Coon Rapids High School is not just about going to school, it's about being involved, being a member of the community. Our Coon Rapids our community is very invested in our high school. And I can't really say that for every high school in the Twin Cities. They, as a city, want you to be successful in high school. And so Cardinal Nation is really bigger than any one person and bigger than our school because so many people in our community help support our school. We want you to get involved. Activities, groups, clubs, sports. Distance learning. It can feel very isolating. There are activities, groups, and clubs that are meeting virtually. There's sports that you can sign up for. There are a lot of ways to get involved. And we know that students who are involved have a better time in high school. So if you are interested in joining any clubs or activities, check in with your school counselor. We can help direct you in good directions. But really want to put a plug in for our Cardinal Nation. Be involved. Be a part of our school. Be a part of our community. I think you'll find that your experience in high school will be a lot better if you do that. So let's talk about academics. Ninth grade is a new beginning. Grades matter. So what does that mean? So your high school transcript is a legal document that's a record of all of your classes in high school. Grades are recorded at the end of every trimester. So I could reach way, way, way back to my high school and get my high school transcript. And it would show what classes I took, who the teacher were, and what grades I got at that time. Grades are recorded at the end of every trimester, and that's when credit is awarded. Which we'll talk about credits in a minute. Post-secondary options like college, community college, and the military, they really want to see your transcript. Even if you're applying later in life, we have people all the time who are applying to college or community college, reach out for their transcript. Your transcript is something that will always be there. So grades really, really matter right now. So what do credits mean? So you need 27 credits to graduate and can earn up to 7.5 credits each year during the school day. Generally, each class is half a credit, so 0.5 credits. So there are required courses. Things like English, social studies, science, math, PE, health, and art are required classes that you need to complete. But not just any English classes. You need to complete English 9 through English 12. So English 9, 10, 11, and English 12. All 4 years of high school of English, those are your required courses. For social studies, geography, civics, world history, U.S. history, government economics, science, physical science, chemistry, and biology, math, high school intermediate algebra, geometry, and high school algebra 2 are all math classes that you will need. PE1, PE2 health, and then your art credits. Now, your elective classes are things that you might not have gotten very many elective credits or spots in your schedule for elective classes as a ninth grader. That will change as you move forward. You'll have more space for elective credits in 10th grade, 11th grade, and 12th grade, but you do need a specific amount of elective classes. So those classes still count as well and show up on your transcript. Now, I know that no one is planning on needing credit recovery, but if you should be in a class and fail it, there are options available for you. Things like night school and summer school become available in 10th grade. Our district really doesn't open up credit recovery until 10th grade. As a ninth grader, your job should be to figure out how to be successful just in regular school day. Then in your 10th grade, you'll talk to your school counselor. We'll make some plans, but there is ways to make up credits throughout your 4 years here if you do fall behind in those credits. So there is some academic support in our building. I know that's something that we get a lot of calls about in the counseling department. First up is Quiet Study Time, QST. It's Tuesday through Friday from 2:30 to 5 and you can only attend in person on your hybrid A/B days. Now, I know that that's not going to apply so much as long as we were in distance learning, but no, that's an option should we come back to hybrid learning. There is also a virtual quiet study time, also Tuesday through Friday, 2:30 to 5. We've got your Google Classroom code there. You could write that down, maybe pause the video and write that down so you can log into your Google Classroom. And Google Meet links set up for different subjects. So that's a place where you can go to get some extra homework help in the afternoon after school. Teachers are available there to help you with those things. There's also our Writing Center, which is available Tuesday through Friday from 2:30 to 3:30. Students can only attend in person on their assigned A/B days, or they can send up a virtual meeting. I've got the email down for Ms. Hoffman there. You could email her to set up a virtual meeting. But our academic support is here to help students who are struggling to figure out how to be successful in school, maybe struggling with a specific class subject. Log into that Google Classroom code and they will be able to help you there. So let's talk about how to be successful in distance learning and hybrid. These are a few things that we're talking about a lot in the counseling office right now. And the first one is create a schedule. Put in your class times there, put in your homework time. When exactly are you going to be in class? When exactly are you going to work on homework? That kind of takes away some of the decision making on your part. I think it's really easy to get stuck right now. But if you know that you have a schedule, at this time I need to do this, I need to get it done in this amount of time, I think that helps you motivate you a little bit. I know it definitely helps me. If I have a deadline for something, I'm much more focused on it than if I don't. Also, create a workspace in your home. Some students have a desk in their room. Some students are able to set up at a kitchen table. And I know that's not an option for a lot of students, even if it's just a chair or a space in the room that you can set up where you only work on school. I think you would be surprised that your mindset will start to shift. When you sit down there, you will just be in school. It'll be like sitting in a desk in classroom. You know what to do when you sit in a desk in classroom because you kind of trained your brain to do that. If you do that with a workspace at home, I think you would find that mindset will kind of continue on a little bit. And also one thing that teachers are really emphasizing to students who are struggling right now is to stay in the class hangout through the entire period. I know that some teacher, you're only required to be in the hangout for a certain part of time, but just stay in there. Listen to what the teacher has to say. Listen to what other students have to say. This will help you just feel a little bit more connected and maybe even be able to help you figure out if something's going on. Someone might ask a question that you hadn't even thought of yet. It's a good idea to stay in that class hangout through the entire class period. A couple apps that we wanted to make people aware of too. First is a calendar app. I just took a screenshot there of a Google Calendar. This is available for all students through your school account, your email account. If you find the calendar, if you go up to those little dots up in the top right-hand corner and click calendar, you can put in your classroom schedule. You can put in your when you're going to work on things, when you're going to study, when you're going to write papers. Overschedule yourself, because especially if you download the Google Calendar app, you can log into it with your school account, and that will ding your phone to help you remember, oh, hey, yeah, in 10 minutes, I've got to go do this. So I need to pull myself together, finish this thing I'm on, so I can do that other thing that I've got scheduled for me. Also, the Reminder app is a great one. I put a little screenshot of the Apple one on the iPhone, but there are a lot of Reminder apps out there. So you could just tell your phone or your computer to remind you about something at a specific time. That will also help you remember to study, turn in assignments, be in class. But using these two tools, I think, will help you feel a little bit more structured and a little bit like you're more on top of things. And we all do better when we all do better. I know that's a big phrase here in Minnesota. And so virtual study groups, virtual study buddies, I think these are great things. If you and a friend are in class together and want to help keep track of each other or after school, or make sure each other's staying focused, setting up a virtual study group, I think, is a great idea. And taking advantage of resources. All those people I talked about at the beginning of this video, just know that you are not alone. A lot of people are trying to figure this out. We're the adults in the building. We're all trying to figure this out. You are not alone. Take advantage of resources. Set up study groups. Set up study buddies. People help people. And focus in on that, and I think that you'll find that this distance learning piece will feel a little less isolating and lonely. And just finally, please remember, we are one team. This is kind of a big theme here in our school. We all have different life experiences, and we all come from different places, but we're also all on this journey together. We are all Cardinals. We are all trying to figure this out together. And I know that this can feel isolating for some people as we move into distance learning, or they work online, or they're not able to come into the school building. But just know we're here together. We're one team. The adults in this building want to help you be successful. If there's anything that we can do to help, please let us know, and please reach out. We want to hear what's going on so that we can help.